I did not want to film this video, but you guys keep requesting it, so here I am. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kayla. I'm going to be filming story time, and if you could tell by the title, it is time I lost my virginity at 15 years old and how I told my mom. So first, starting out this video, I want to mention that I'm not filming this video to sound cool. I'm filming this if you're young and gullible like I was, to not be easily influenced like I was, and that this was completely not my parents' fault. This was my choice, my own decision. My parents always made me leave the door open if I had a guy in my room. Like, we could never shut the bedroom door. No guys were allowed to spend the night. They were just like good parents. Yeah, I just want to start it off with that. I have grown up being Christian, so you know, you're taught that you need to save yourself before marriage because it's the right thing to do, which was not the case for me because I didn't save myself for marriage. I never thought that I would have sex at 15 years old. I didn't exactly know that I was gonna save myself for marriage, but I always thought that I would save it for someone that I truly, truly loved and was dating for like years. Not the case for me. Also, growing up, I was always bullied. So I always got called a whore and a hoe and a slut. So I didn't want to have sex just because I always got called that, and I wanted to show them that I was not one and that it was completely different than what they had seen on me. Yeah, going on to that, there was this guy, and I was 15 years old. He was 17, so he was 2 years older than me. I dated him for about 8 months total, and what? I dated him, and about 2 months we were dating. He wanted to have sex with me, and I said no. Like, I don't love you that much yet.
Pause for a second. I need your help getting the cats.
1 second. Yeah, like I was saying, we were dating for 2 months. He wanted to have sex, and I said fuck no. I don't love you that much yet. About 2 months later rolls around, and it's my sister's wedding. I always had this dream of having a romantic first time. No, like, romantic first time. So I thought, well, maybe I can lose it on this night. So we were about to, and my parents came home, so we ended up not having sex on this day. So about a month later, so it's about 5 months into dating, he texts me at 3 a.m. and asks if he can come over. So it takes him about 30 minutes to get there. So at about 3:30, he knocks on my window door because obviously my parents knew that he was there. He'd get his ass whooped. He ends up coming through my window, and I'm in a flannel and my underwear because your girl don't like to put pants on. I don't sleep in pants. Like, I hate pants. He comes in and he just keeps saying how beautiful I look, and it just warms my heart to know that someone like loved me. I thought he loved me, but apparently not. And he starts kissing me and stuff, and then he pulls out a condom and he says, do you want to do this? I said yes. So it was my choice. It was my fault that I had sex. So yep, I made that decision. Ended up having sex. The whole time going through my mind, I just thought, wow, my mom's gonna be so disappointed. I know my dad would be disappointed. Like, my dad still doesn't know. He still thinks I'm a virgin. Like, I'm never gonna tell him. So yeah, that happened. And then about 2 months later, he ended up cheating on me. I found screenshots and stuff. I'll link the story time down below where he cheated on me and all that fun stuff. So I saved it for someone who ended up cheating on me. I gave away my body to someone that ruined me. I waited a year after that to have a boyfriend because he ruined everything for me. I didn't want to talk to boys. I didn't want to look at boys. I hated boys after this. But now I have a boyfriend, and we've been together for over a year. He hasn't cheated on me or anything, so that's good. He ended up leaving after that because I said that I was really tired. I started crying. Literally, we didn't foreplay or anything, so it hurt really bad. I started bleeding. The next day, I go into my sister's room and I said, I'm not a virgin anymore. She always said you're a virgin, and all her friends would say you're a virgin. Like, I just felt like a pussy because like I didn't have sex, which is not the way to think. Like, you do not have to have sex. You do not have to be influenced. But I was easily influenced. I just thought I loved him, so I ended up having sex with him. We did use a condom. He didn't last that long. Not to like throw shade. No tea, no shade, sis. But yep, there's that. Now I'm gonna tell you guys how I told my mom. Well, my mom, she was saying my baby's a virgin, like she doesn't know what that means. At this point, I felt so guilty because I was not a virgin. So about a year later, like I said, I took her into the room and I started crying. I was shaking, I was so scared. I said, Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm not a virgin. And I just broke down, more tears, and she said, "Oh honey, don't cry." Like, she hugged me, she was there for me, and she said, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It wasn't something that I thought you would do," which is right. Like, I was her princess. I never did anything bad growing up. Like, I mean, obviously I did, but like nothing too serious to like get in major trouble. I was just the type of person who like wouldn't have sex, you know? I'm so grateful that she was very understanding and she wasn't mad. She was just very sad. And my dad still doesn't know. I hope he doesn't watch this. He probably won't because he doesn't watch my videos. If he ever found out, I would probably be dead. Honestly, my dad is completely different from my mom. They have total different outlooks on things. My dad didn't even want me having a boyfriend ever, obviously. Like, I was his little girl. It's just a dad thing. They don't want you, you know. My dad would probably kill him if he found out. Like I said, this video was just to tell you guys to not be easily influenced like I was at this age. At 15, I never thought that I would have sex that young. But if you want to, go ahead. I can't like stop you. But there is one thing I wanted to talk about with a different boyfriend. This is off topic, you don't have to listen to this. My mom said that I should put this in the video because it would help a lot of you, so that is what I'm going to do. I had this boyfriend, separate from the other one I was just talking about a year before I dated the guy I lost my virginity to. I dated him for about 2 or 3 months, and I think he asked me to come to his house. This was the day of my aunt's Christmas party, and I went over to his house, and I thought we were just gonna hang out and have a chill time. He tried to get me to smoke weed, but that's a whole nother story. He brings me into his room, and he locks the door, which I think was very suspicious. I was like, what the are you doing? Like, in my mind. His parents were home. His friends were in the other room, like right next to us. I didn't know what he was doing. He starts taking his clothes off, and I say, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm just hot, don't worry about it." He gets on the bed and he pats down next to him so I can sit down next to him. I had a flannel on. I don't know, when I was 15, I always wore flannels like every single day. It was just like the thing. I wore a flannel and he started unbuttoning it. This time I was a virgin.
Pulled up trying to sell me meat.
But anyways, so he starts unbuttoning my flannel. I am the type of person to not speak my mind. I just will sit there and wait until it's finished. That's just how I am. I'm just a nice person. I don't want to be like, get the me, you know? He starts giving me hickeys on my neck literally before my aunt's Christmas party with all my family. Then he starts to grind on me with my underwear on. It hurts so bad. Like, just imagine your underwear going into down there. It hurt really bad. I started bleeding. I don't know if I lost my virginity this day. So I pushed him off me and I ran out the door and I called my mom, told my mom to pick me up ASAP. I didn't tell her what had happened until honestly a few months ago. This happened 2.5 years ago. I was literally frozen when it happened. I didn't know what to do. I just let him do it. Don't let a boy do that to you, especially when you don't want it. Like, I was a virgin. I was 15. I had just turned 15 when this happened. I would never let somebody do this to me now. Looking back on this, it's embarrassing to talk about because I just let him do it. I didn't want to, but I was just frozen. Like, I couldn't move. I just didn't know what to do. I broke up with him that day. A few days ago, what made me talking about this in my video, he messaged me apologizing. I'll put the screenshots right here so you guys know that I'm not lying about any of this. He apologized. These 2 guys made me hate guys. Just don't let someone influence you for something that you don't want to do. I am very protective of my body. My body is my body. I want it to be my body only. I gave it away when I was 15. Thinking on it, like, I just want to cry. I wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would have saved it, especially for someone I knew for a fact wouldn't cheat on me and we've been dating for a long time, or at least like waited till marriage. Everyone's different. I'm not saying if you go and have sex, like, you're a hoe or anything. No, like, I had sex when I was 15. 15 is young. Was my body even fully developed, you know? Like, I had my period when I was 12, I believe. So I easily could have gotten pregnant, which is a good reason why you want to use condoms or have birth control. Now I am on a shot and I literally have not had my period in like a year. So definitely, if you get birth control, get the double shot because it's amazing. I know for some people it's not, but if you have sex, make sure he wraps his willy. Don't be silly. I'm not trying to make a joke out of this. Like, this is a very serious topic, but that's just who I am. That's pretty much the first time I had sex and how I told my mom, and also how I regret it. That's the end of my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, leave your request below, subscribe. I know I'm gonna get hate comments. I've been getting called a hoe and a slut and a whore my whole life, so go right ahead. I don't give a I know I'm gonna get hate comments for having sex at 15 years old. We all make mistakes. I regret it. Can't change the past. It happened. Don't let anyone influence you to do things you don't want to do. Stay happy. Bye, guys. I got
a little baby puppy.
I got my very first dog